Ha- Hello, good night everyone. So now it's 10:19:40 p.m. at the Singapore time GMT plus 8. Also at 10 a.m. morning in the US time. So today we would like to talk about the Ethereum. So as you can see for the chart above, we can see that on the 1-day chart, currently Ethereum is some drawback down for the last few weeks about the last bull a bit upward around 30% last few days. So you can clearly see that currently there are a bit small retracement, which is totally new, it is totally okay. So when we go to the BBI, you can go there, here is the BBI. Usually when the price go up so quickly, it will have some small retracement back to the BBI level. So for the first day, you can see that Ethereum will likely to go back to the 1,465 on the 1-day chart. For 2-day chart, it's around 1,004. So for the 3-day chart, even more far, so 1,003. For the 1-week chart, it's on the 1,375, something like this. So when you can see that, so when your 1-week chart, when you go above the BBI, so it should indicate that it will go to around BBI there. For 12 hour also, it already hit 6 hour below the BBI. For the 1 hour chart, for the short term chart, doesn't matter. So we can go to the TD. So we can go to TD, you can clearly see that it's the same as the previous video, 13 there, which indicate that already make a potential, but there is a one more green candle above, so this 30 is not valid. So we can see for the 2-day chart. Okay, this 2-day is interesting. You can clearly see that for the 2-day chart, this is 9 here. So which means that normally when there's a 9 green there, usually there will be a small retracement or maybe some retracement over there. So we can see that there's a 9 here, and also there's a 9 and 30 there, but this not valid. This also not valid. This 9. So after the 9 here, it will go completely crash down for more than 30-40% for the last time, 60%. Insane. So 9 here, keep eye on it. Nothing to see on the 3-day chart, or the 5-day chart also, or the 1-week chart, also nothing to see. So for the TD, we should need to care about the 2-day chart. There's a 9 on here. So on the moving average, so we can clearly see that on the moving average, all of the moving average currently are held up very well for the 2-day chart of Ethereum. Around currently it's all about and all above and even 120 in moving average chart. So for the third day also quite good. 5-day also. 1-week chart also quite good. Also the chart is already flattened out a bit, so which indicate that the downward trend might be some small downward, is already a bit bullish. But I think that it will be more drawback in the near future. But drawback is the best time to accumulate our bag, because we already draw down for more than 400 days. So I think that if you think that it will continue to drop more than 50% until 800 or even 600, 400, I think it's a bit not impossible. The chances that it will drop back to 600 to 400 is very less compare when you go up to 2005 or even 2000. So we can go to the shorter time frame, around 1-day chart. So for the 1-day chart, we can see that the 360 currently is on the sloping downward, but when it continue to move sideways or make sure this doesn't fall below the 1001 and 800, I think that the 360-day moving average should be able to flatten, and if it's still above all of the moving average below, we still got a lot of chance. For 12-day also the same, all indicator is above the moving average, even the 360 on the 12-hour chart. Very good signal. 6 hour same, also the 4 hour also the same. So next we can go to the EMA. So EMA for the 1-day chart, all of the EMA here currently is above the EMA, even 10 and 20 day, 50 day or 90 day. So this is a very bullish signal because this indicates that the current price already has some bullish signal, like some strong when compared to the last time when the bear market started, all of the price are below the EMA chart. So we need to make sure that currently the price didn't fall back down to 1002 or maybe some maintain sideways a bit to make sure the moving average, or to make sure that the momentum is going strong. For 2-day chart also the same, like what I just talked before. We need to make sure that the current price didn't break through the 1001. But if it does that, the 1001, when we already move sideways for more than the half year, I think it's very bad. But I don't think it's most likely to occur. So for the 1 week chart, so currently for me, I think the 1 week chart is the most bullish chart. So when they go back down to the 1004, something like that, 1004, if it didn't go back down for the whole candle, I think it's still very bullish for this. So next we can go to the Bollinger Band. So we can see for the Bollinger Band of the 1 week, we can clearly see that the middle line, the white line here, is around 1003. But I foresee that if the price continue to stay sideways or maybe move a bit downward, the flat line is moving same as the sideways or even go downward a bit, back to around 1004, something like this. So for the 5-day chart also might move some downward, 3-day, even 1 day also. So which indicate that on the shorter time frame, like shorter time frame for the 12 hour, it's like around 4,000 or around 1,005. 6 hour, 6 hour already break through, allow the below there. So I think 6 hour is good. 4 hour, 2 hour, and 1 hour also similar, because it currently is a small retracement here. So we can see that on the Bollinger Band, the price may have potential downward toward the middle line here, maybe touch the sum and go bounce again. So let's all go to the MACD. So when we go to the MACD here, on the 1-day chart, it's very bullish because it already above the 0 line, but maybe they had a slightly retracement, slightly draw down here to make some cross and eventually go back down again to make some Elliott wave theory. Elliott wave 5-wave theory around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this. For the 2-day chart, above 0 line, red indicator. 3-day also, 5-day almost. This 5-day look very good because it's almost approaching the 0 line, although it's moving sideways. Even although last time it's going downward, but the 5-day MACD still going upward as well. This is inverse. You can see that this is clearly an inverse relation. Clearly an inverse relation about the chart. So it's quite good for me. So for the 1 week also, even though the last time they go draw down so much, like they go back down for 2,000 to around 1,000 for the past few months, the MACD is still going upward, which indicate that the momentum of Ethereum is going strong, even though the price is still moving downward, especially for the Terra Luna case and also the FTX crash case. So it doesn't matter, as long as people have interested and buying into Ethereum, I think it should be fine. For the 6 hour also, so 6 hour still 0 above, maybe some correction. 4 hour also same. 3 hour, so it doesn't draw down as much also. So I think that this kind of drawdown is to be acceptable, because you know that every bump, if it goes straight line 90%, it's not that good also. So for me, if it goes down a bit, it's quite good lah. So let's go to the KDJ. So we can see for the KDJ here, we can clearly see that for the 1-day chart of Ethereum, the KDJ is moving downward because the last time there's a golden cross around 1-day chart here. For the 2-day chart also crossing down, so the crossing here, it should be some drawdown to around, maybe for the last time support around 1,003, 1,350, something like this. So here should be a good support, good support to buy here. because I think that when you draw down here, the KDJ should be around, move down a bit. So I don't think it will eventually go back downward like crash below the 1000 this time. For the 1 week chart also, currently move upward, a bit bullish for here. So for the 1 hour chart, for the smaller time frame, we can see that there's clearly a downtrend for the yesterday. So currently it will be some going back up because you can see that they're going down. But here you know that now it's 1 hour chart. Usually 1 hour chart is a smaller time frame that we didn't clearly, but you can see it is a small trend here. So we can make an assumption that currently the Ethereum and Bitcoin might not able to drop down as much as yesterday or even last yesterday. So now you can see some bullish momentum start from the shorter time frame. So I'll go back to the 1 day chart. So actually you can see that for the last previous video, I keep mentioning about Bitcoin and Ethereum. Actually, the reason why I so bullish about Ethereum, you can clearly see that. Okay, for one example, this is the Ethereum ultrasound money. The reason why I so bullish Ethereum is because you can clearly see that currently the supply chain of Ethereum and since the merge 126 days ago is deflationary. You know, right? This is deflationary about 2000 Ethereum. So you can clearly see that for the last time until here, Ethereum supply and demand didn't even change. So Ethereum even go less for about 0.005%, although they around about 126 days. So it's a basic economy. When the demand doesn't change, but the supply become less or even the supply flatten, the price will go up. This is because our fiat money will eventually inflate throughout the system because the US market, the US will keep printing more money and the inflation will because you know that the target of the inflation set by the Fed is around 2 to 4%. Actually 2 to 4% also inflation. Currently our inflation, last time the CPI index is around 6.5%. Actually there's a market there, but you can actually know that the things that you buy the last few days or the last few months, the price already up for more than 10%, 20% for every meal you want to eat. So actually the real inflation is much higher than 6.5% stated by the Fed. So you know that why people will want to find some best asset to buy, such as a property, Bitcoin, stock, Ethereum. But for me, Bitcoin Ethereum is the next greatest asset to own because it has such a good fundamental and also great economy sense. Also, it makes sense on the economy, and also Ethereum also has a lot of use case such as DeFi, NFT. You can also do some DeFi thing, borrow, managing, or even maybe in the next few video or the next video, we will talk about some how Ethereum can make some DeFi. You can actually potentially make some money from farming in the DeFi space also. So this is quite bullish about it. So we can see when we stimulate the proof of work, because last time the Ethereum mining, actually you can see that for the last 126 days, when the Ethereum still able to mine using the GPU, Ethereum, the effect was about 3.55% annually. So if the Ethereum didn't go to the proof of stake chain or didn't go to the staking reward, Ethereum currently will have inflated to more than 121,000 new Ethereum minting until now. So it's not that good because if this means that there is more supply in the market. But actually for me, more supply is not that bad because actually like more supply because the fiat money also inflation as well, because the fiat money become less valuable in the future. But I think currently the ultrasound money Ethereum, because it's deflationary, it's much better to own Ethereum than other altcoins. So we can see that the Bitcoin also not that much, around 1.7%. So you can know that the total Bitcoin only has 21 million Bitcoin. So Bitcoin also a fixed asset. So actually Bitcoin have a lot of ghost wallet because a lot of people they lose their Bitcoin, they forget their key, they forget their seed phrase, or even there's a lot of scam, a lot of hack case, maybe some big finance last time, there are a lot of exchange gonna hacked by other hacker. So Bitcoin eventually is deflation as well. So we can see that on the Ethereum, they burn 970k Ethereum per year estimate. So we can see that the supply go around 3 by 24% when it's stimulate proof of the chain. So when we know currently, the Ethereum will burn around 9.70k and the issuance rate only about 645k, which means that we have a deflationary on the Ethereum supply growth. This is very interesting, right? This is the real reason why I so bullish about Ethereum. Even though I make a lot of analysis about the Bitcoin, I still very bullish about Ethereum. I think that Bitcoin and Ethereum eventually will flip Bitcoin in the next bull market. So we can see that on the gas here. So because currently the market is very bad, there's a lot less people want to trade here, so the gas fee is quite low. Actually, it's quite bullish, you know. When the gas is on the low level like this, Ethereum still managed to make it deflationary. Do you think that if the Ethereum gas price go back down to the last time the Ethereum gas price was so expensive, you think how deflationary this coin was? So in the next bull market, Ethereum can easily go to a 10 curve and above for the next few years. So this is a projection. I think no need to see about this because we already know that the Ethereum is already deflationary. So we can see that there's a Ethereum burn. We can see that there's a how the Ethereum burn. Why exactly is Ethereum? So we can see that there's an OpenSea burn a lot. Ethereum transfer, Uniswap, Tether, USDT. So it's quite good. So it's a total value circle TVS. So we can see that currently about 18.1x Ethereum circle. So it's not really we need to think about because it's not that important. So we can see that this is the current PE ratio, something like this. Maybe we should talk about in the next few videos, not here. Okay, so let's get back to the chart below. So we can go back to the chart. So we go into the Bitcoin chart. We can see that Bitcoin Ethereum actually is moved exactly the same. So this is the reason why when you saw on the Bitcoin chart, actually eventually when you analyze the Bitcoin, we can duplicate the same analysis to the Ethereum as well. This is because Bitcoin and Ethereum tend to move correlated for each other. Actually, I have some way to make money from this correlated through the Uniswap, but we will talk about in the future how I use the liquidity farming in the Uniswap, how I use the pair for Ethereum and Bitcoin pair, and eventually makes a lot of fee from the Uniswap itself. You know, Uniswap in liquidity pool farming, like the Uniswap LP, you become the liquidity provider. That sounds interesting. It sounds exciting, right? That's true. So let me make a conclusion here. Ethereum currently is still very bullish in the mid to long term. So even though the price for the FTX, even Ethereum still didn't manage to break through the 1000 line for the last time the Terra Luna case. Actually, the reason why the Ethereum will go back such a low level of 878 is because of the defect of STETH. So STETH is the liquid staking of the Ethereum, you know, the Lido there. Because last time when the Luna collapsed, people are fear that the Ethereum will also act as a DEX prior, same with the Terra Luna. But the fact is, Ethereum didn't do that. And eventually, Ethereum go back down to about 2000 level and make almost one time the flip for the last time around 1000 there on the July. So which indicate that Ethereum currently is quite bullish. So for me, Ethereum might go back down to around the next support around 1004. If it didn't go break through the 1004, I think Ethereum should be very bullish for the next near month because so we can need to keep eye on it. The next FOMC meeting is on the February first week, so we still got plenty of about 2 weeks of time for the people like the big huge trader to make some profit, make some rebounds here, maybe around 1008 or even 2000 to potentially profit from this trend. So for the next OMC meeting, we will keep eye on it, and I will make a video on it and see how the next trend going. Like eventually Ethereum go back to 2000 or even 2005, or eventually Ethereum go back to retest the 8000 low or even 1000 low for the next time. So for me, if the Ethereum go back to the 1000 or 800, this is the best time for us to go to the liquidity farming, or even you can go to do some contract. Maybe you can also go to the airway, you can borrow Ethereum and do some potentially some leverage profit through the Ethereum itself. So that's quite good. So I think that's all for today. Invest safe, and remember, subscribe to this video for the more content in the next future. Thank you for watching. See you next video. Bye bye.